Ichiban Cafe is a chain restaurant. A location opened up in Columbia, Maryland. It's at 6250 Columbia Crossing Drive. It's actually pretty close to the AMC theaters down there. It's a good place to go to, actually speaking of movies, to go to get a quick meal, something a little bit different than hamburgers before you see a movie. It is not a, I would say, authentic Chinese restaurant. They throw a lot of different cuisines in there. Everything's made very quickly. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's mediocre, but it's quick. You can order anything from Chinese dishes. You can also order sushi, which is, it's okay, but again, this is something where if you're about to see a movie and you want something quick to eat, go ahead. It's clean. People are relatively friendly. But then again, this is not a destination place to go to. In other words, don't go out of your way to go to this place. This is more about convenience. It's not like Towson's Best in Towson, Maryland, where if you wanted to go to have really good Chinese food, you would make the drive to go to that restaurant. You would not do that for this. But then again, it's cheap, it's easy, it's quick, and it's serviceable. X-Men First Class is a really good retelling of the beginning of the X-Men story. Of course, it starts with the traditional Charles Xavier and Eric, who eventually becomes Magneto, and it kind of tells how these two met, and then their ideology on how mutants are going to live in the world with regular humans. But then the story kind of takes a break from the comic book story. And if you're a big fanboy, if you're a big comic book collector, I don't know if you'll like it or not, but it was pretty interesting. I'm going to try not to put too many spoilers in here, but it does an interesting mix of creating a storyline about the X-Men interfering in the Cuban Missile Crisis, which I don't believe happened in the comic book series. That's number one. Number two, the Hellfire Club, which is didn't come until very later on in the X-Men series, is at the beginning. And believe it or not, Kevin Bacon plays Sebastian Shaw. But it is not the Hellfire Club that is in the comic books. There are no other members. It's just a place to meet. And then, of course, there is the storyline of how everyone comes together. Now, the First Class is not the First Class in the comic book series. Jean Grey is not there. I'll leave that out. But it was a good movie. It stays in line with the other three, or I'm sorry, the other two X-Men movies. And I would go ahead and see it. The CGI is pretty good. The effects are pretty good. The Beast costume is a little bit laughable, but it's money well spent. And there's a little clip at the end here. It's only about 10 seconds long. It gives you an idea of the movie. And and there is a character that shows up in all three X-Men movies, and he's only in there for about 10 seconds, but it's really funny. Okay, go see the movie. You'll enjoy it.
What was that?
The Russians. They have fired on their own ship.
A little warning next time, Professor.
Sorry about that. You alright?
Okay, it's been a few weeks since I've actually put anything up here, and that's largely due to another channel that I do. It's called 60 Seconds Steve, and every now and again I do a marathon, which is I do a video every day, totally unrelated to this YouTube channel, so that takes a lot of my time. Not only that, but there wasn't really a whole lot of good movies coming out, and also on top of that, I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do restaurant reviews. So, but now I'm back, getting back into the swing of things, and actually starting next week is going to be the lead up to Otakon, the anime convention here on the East Coast. And on each week, it's going to be upload on Wednesdays. I'm going to talk about, first part of it is going to be talking about convention tips, and the second part about it is going to be where you can find food in Baltimore when you're at the convention. Alright, thanks for being patient, and I will talk to you guys later.